Since we planned to meet our son on the Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend, we had the long weekend to explore Kansas City before catching our train to connect with him. While we had only 3 nights here, we chose to switch hotels after our first night, moving from an airport location to one closer to downtown for the second 2 nights. We decided to use Kansas City's public transportation to switch hotels. There was a bus stop right in front of our airport hotel. Our bus to downtown Kansas City ran every 20 minutes or so and took an hour. At the transit center, we caught a bus for a 15-minute ride to our second hotel. Total time 75 minutes, price free. Kansas City has a reputation for good barbecue, so high on our list of musts while visiting was finding a good barbecue place. And we did just that, a short walk from our hotel at Wolfpack Barbecue. This unobtrusive local restaurant was highly rated, and we concluded that the praise was well deserved. We walked a little further to explore the city market, which sits by the river at the northern end of the streetcar line. Full of eateries, produce markets, and shops, the market is a popular gathering place, and we found a few treats to sample before heading back to the hotel. The next day was Memorial Day, which found us back at City Market to catch the streetcar to downtown. Our destination was Union Station, in the middle of downtown Kansas City. We wanted to scope it out before tomorrow's train trip, but it is also a hub of entertainment, restaurants, and exhibits, making it a must-see even without our need to board the train. Down the hill from the World War I Memorial, the Union Station building was completed just before that war began in 1914. Serving a bustling mid-America city in the first half of the last century, its ridership peaked at the end of World War II, and the station declined into disuse after that until it was abandoned in the 80s. But efforts to restore it began even before its last tenant left. And with the community's support across 4 counties and 2 states, the station was restored to much of its former glory. Amtrak returned. The Harvey restaurant reopened. Families came to have fun at the Science Center or the movie theater or other venues. And the post office continued to operate here. There were 2 tragic events associated with the station commemorated here. The loss of 4 law enforcement officers during a notorious prisoner transfer in 1933, dubbed the Kansas City Massacre, and a mass shooting during a Kansas City Chiefs parade in February 2024, where 22 people were shot, one of whom, a local DJ, was killed and memorialized here. The post office has a long history with the railroad, and with Union Station in particular. As an exhibit commemorating this relationship described the role of the railway post office. A railway post office employee sorted, bundled, and delivered mail in railway cars throughout the country. These jobs were complex and full of risk, especially during the deployment of mail hooks to drop and receive mail in towns where the train did not stop, but passed through at speed. This being Memorial Day, the entrance hall had a display remembering local heroes who had made the ultimate sacrifice. Satisfied that we knew where to go to catch our train Tuesday morning, we left Union Station to climb the hill to the imposing World War I memorial. This memorial site was chosen and elaborately dedicated in 1921, specifically situated across from the busy Union Station. The memorial contains both a visible monument and a curated museum with objects and personal stories of the war. We happened to arrive just before noon on Memorial Day and had the privilege of being present for their noonday ceremony to honor those who served, and especially those whose lives were lost as a result of that service. At noon, a bell struck 12 times to mark the hour. This same bell had tolled daily at noon throughout the war from the Kansas City Federal Building. The local high school ROTC presented the color guard while a wreath was laid and taps played. After the ceremony, we spent a little more time exploring the grounds before it was time to find something to eat and move on. We chose to travel back to City Market on the streetcar. And there we found some more delicious barbecue at Pigwitch. With our bellies full, it was time to call it a day. We would have an early start on Tuesday to catch the 7:15 Southwest Chief, and a short ride to visit our son and grandson in Brookfield, Missouri.